Something big has been going on in America today. It's brought the entire country to a stop. I've watched about 9 hours of it today, and that is the Supreme Court nomination hearing in the Judicial Committee of Judge Kavanaugh. The saga continues as Judge Kavanaugh and Dr. Ford finally testify before the Senate Judicial Committee. But the vote for him tomorrow was already basically decided. Today was kind of a circus event. So the question is, where is America heading on this issue?
I'm not sure that I feel that the vote was already decided. It is true that we have a large umbrella of what sexual assault means. Generally, sexual assault of any nature, it all falls into this one category, whether it be the most intense, traumatic, PTSD-inducing rape case, or something as light as a pat on the back. And the fact that we put this all under the same heading is part of why it's hard to take in a way that is not over-exaggeratory, because some people experience real trauma from what happens and others don't. And we can't organize this under one idea, under one umbrella heading, as if they're all the same.
What does everybody else think?
Well, whether it's rape, whether it's whatever it might be, the big question here on at stake is, we're looking at somebody that's being nominated for a position that is a lifetime position, whose actions have tremendous consequences in the course of the country. And at this moment, this person's character is questionable in moral and in every other aspect. So what are we doing here? We have to ask the question, if this person is credible enough to be able to have this position or not.
Well, what did y'all think after today? Was it?
I had come prepared with all these answers, and then I watched the hearings today.
Yeah, it happened today, like 5 minutes ago.
And I really feel like, both of them spoke, and I'm taking myself out of a political tribe, trying to be fair. Both of them spoke passionately. Both of them gave very convincing testimonies. I think that, however, like you said, the decision to move him forward, despite whatever she said, was already made. It did not matter if she came with a videotape from 1986 or whatever it happened, they still would have moved it forward. And I feel, this is my opinion, I think that the Republicans might get this one, but it might be at the price of the midterms. Because I think the backlash for moving him forward and putting him on the Supreme Court will certainly be a uprising in the Me Too movement as far as women are concerned, and an outrage with liberals and independents. I really think that they're going to feel it at the midterms.
But the importance of his position, honestly, we shouldn't be taking this lightly at all.
No, it's a Supreme Court judge.
We shouldn't.
And you mean not taking it lightly in terms of the gay community? Of the value of this judge?
In general.
The nation.
America.
Yeah, the nation. Yeah.
I'm glad she was able to get this out. I'm glad that she was able to, I think, in a way, heal from this process, or at least, be able to, move forward in this, in her mind. And I think that he's doing a great job in defending his side of the thing as well.
How can you possibly live in a country where one of the highest judges is someone that you've known to morally be gone because he raped you? How can you live in that kind of a state?
Well, first, it wasn't rape.
She did get raped.
She did not suggest that. She said sexual misconduct.
This woman is terrified to be there in that position in the eyes of everybody else. Terrified.
Yeah, it wasn't no sexual misconduct. Let's get it. It was attempted rape because apparently he held her down, he put his hand over her mouth, she couldn't breathe. I mean, the only reason he probably didn't succeed was because he was drunk boots.
Right.
So,
maybe because he was drunk and under the influence. It's something that, it's a bad mistake, but it's not like we're all, any of us are perfect.
Wait.
So being drunk means
No,
that you're not...
No, I'm saying that I'm glad she was able to say what she got to say, and he's over there defending his side.
Here's the point. To both of
Claiming
your
his birthright.
observations, as I watched through the day, I conclude that both were basically destroyed through this process. Neither one of them wins, and they're both destroyed. Both of them cried. Who's ever seen a U.S. federal judge cry in the U.S. Senate? And she was obviously terrified. And when they cried, I found myself crying, but for both of them, because there were no winners today.
Well,
Does
Joey
anybody
Arias
agree?
cried.
I could cry right now would be good. I don't think it affects anything.
Cry don't mean nothing.
I guess one of the focus things I want to ask you about is, do you think today's events have any effect on the gay community at all?
Absolutely.
Yes.
In what way?
Yes, because what is going to happen is this man is going to be appointed. Now, even without the whole rape allegation, it would have had an effect on the gay community because he's being appointed to serve for a lifetime appointment. The fact that he is conservative does not bode well for us in the gay community. And these are decisions that have the potential to have an impact in our nation for generations to come.
Absolutely.
Rape allegation aside. So either way you cut it, his appointment would not have bode well for us in any way, shape, or form.
You know, the senator from South Carolina said, and I mentioned this last week, he said clearly, if you want to pick judges, you've got to win elections. Will this spur the gay community for us to try to help win elections?
I hope so.
Yes.
I hope so.
This is why I said that moving him forward might come at the risk of the midterms and possibly future elections. Lindsey Graham was absolutely right when he said that.
Yeah.
So that being said, we should take up his suggestion and certainly win elections so that we can be the one. And I believe it was last week that Napoleon had brought up something that I really didn't realize, which was that you don't actually have to have 5 judges. You
Right.
can have more.
Yeah. Right.
But we can have
a
more
line.
that are supporting and for our cause and our agenda and for us if we don't win the election.
There's no our cause and their cause. It's just human rights, honestly.
I want to suggest to everybody that is listening to this, today was obviously a huge day. We're digesting this because this is literally a live story as we're speaking. They have just finished minutes ago.